Alright, today I gotta wedge this giant Escalade ESV into my garage here. Should be alright, shouldn't be too bad. Let's clear some of the stuff out of the way. So obviously my car will have to go outside. I don't know, I'll do something about this. It should be okay. It's smaller than my Ford F-150 Raptor I had in here before. That was literally like pressed up against that little nub on my miter saw there and right up against the door. If you have air ride and you're gonna pick the truck up, this is something you'll have to do beforehand. You gotta go to settings here, go to vehicle, scroll down to suspension, click on service mode and push on. That says service mode is on and it locks out your suspension so it won't inadvertently move up and down on you. Actually, this thing tells you exactly what it does.
Service mode disables the air suspension system and is used to prevent unintended raising or lowering of the suspension. Unintended suspension movement may cause harm or lead to dangerous conditions when servicing the vehicle or when the vehicle needs to be towed or transported.
This is still really tight in here. It's a little bit more manageable than the Raptor being in here, but I mean, this thing is still a giant land yacht. Interesting. It's actually the highest I've ever had something go up, I think. I don't even have to hunch a little bit. This is cool. I do have to put it down on the lock, and it is on the highest position. But it's pretty nifty back here. Look at that. The exhaust tips actually end back here, and this is a huge like fake tip. Same on this side, of course. Let's take a quick tour underneath here. This is my first time lifting up my 2021 Cadillac Escalade ESV. Starting back here, you'll find the full-size spare. It is an alloy wheel. It is not the same wheel as your other four. You can see right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7 spokes, and that's clearly, I think that's a 15-spoke wheel. Coming forward here, you'll now see the fully independent rear suspension. I have air ride, so the airbags are hidden back here behind this plastic protective shroud. You can see the drive shafts right there. It's like an inch, maybe an inch and a half thick, I can't tell. The rear differential is right here. There's a giant sway bar right here. It's probably like an inch and a half, similar to the drive shaft thickness. This guy right here is your 28-gallon fuel tank. I have the gas model. This is the drive shaft right in the center. It looks like it's an aluminum shaft. You get a big suitcase muffler for it to be quiet. This is my first vehicle with air ride. This looks like it's the air pressure tank. This helps deliver, I don't know if the pump is inside of this thing, or I don't actually know where the compressor is, but this looks like an air tank at least. So it helps you pressurize the 4 shocks fairly quickly. Let's see what else is going on over here. This right here is the transfer case. I believe I have what's called the max trailering package. It gives me 4 low in my 4-wheel drive system. 4 low also gives you an extra height setting at the highest level for the air ride too, if you also have that combined. You can see this is the little drive shaft that goes up forward to drive the front wheels in 4-wheel drive. This is a weird looking exhaust pipe. It kind of like flattens out right here. I don't know if it's damaged or anything. So if it is damaged, let me know and I'll get this sorted, because that looks like a dent. I don't know, but that looks like a dent. Right here is the giant catalytic converter. There's 2 of those. They are not stolen yet. Nice. And another huge sway bar. These sway bars are huge. You know, this thing weighs about 6,000 pounds before you even put like people and stuff in it. And honestly, it drives a lot better than you would think. It behaves very well. Yes, it is very heavy. You could definitely feel it when you're driving, but it handles very well for what it is. Once I'm all the way up here, this looks like a fairly easy job. This is why I'm here. I'm here to do an oil change. I have 10,000 miles now. This would be the second oil change. The oil filters right here is very accessible, and the oil drains right here is also very accessible. So this is nice. Let's take a look at a few things while I'm under here. The paint or rubber coating that they put on the frame is peeling away here. It's definitely peeling at a bunch of spots, so the rust is starting to show up. On all the leading edges, there's rust starting to show up. I mean, that's nothing. That's not even going to be frame rot for like 20 years probably, but you can just see this is what it looks like. This looks like a pad that was here probably from the dealership that scuffed up a lot of this black protective coating. This was in for an oil change about 5,000 miles ago. I've had this about a year now. This is the second time. And right here you can see there's a lot more scraping and stuff, so rust is going to start there. And let's see what else. This is also a New England car, so yeah, everything's going to be rusty. You can already see that like the exhaust is already getting all dark. The muffler's still good because this is probably not just straight up steel. There's going to be everything that's going to be rusty. Kind of like the axle joints right here. Those are going to be rusty. The U-joints are going to be rusty. Let's see what else. Same right there. That's going to be rusty. Rust will start to destroy this over time. Let's see what else. I don't see anything else right now. Oh yeah, once again, more peeling on the edges and stuff. So soon these will all look kind of brown and kind of gross. Yeah, I don't know what all this scraping stuff is. This looks like galvanized steel, but those mounts are going to start to rust away, and then these won't be as sturdy as they once were. Yeah, they even have, oh, that's the same spot. Okay. So the only thing that kind of concerns me is here. This looks like a dent. Like I can feel this. There's a dent here. Theoretically, isn't this kind of choking out the left bank here from breathing out the one exhaust? All right, remove the drain plug I showed you earlier. This is a 15mm drain plug. It's not on too tight, so the tech that did it last didn't hook it on. That's perfect. That's the way it's supposed to be. And remove the drain plug. Ow. This is not a magnetic drain plug, by the way. Put this back in. Just gonna snug it for right now. This out of the way so I can twist this off. Amazing. It is only hand tight. It's just in a really bad location to try to get it off. Oh, I just made it all greasy. Okay, so that sucks. All right, so I don't remember having a filter that was upside down, like so nicely, pleasantly placed. Do that, but oh well, it is what it is. Get your new oil filter. I am using the AC Delco PF63. It's the OEM equipment. The gasket is dry, so I usually just take some oil that's dripping out of the little housing here and rub it all around the O-ring. Oh yeah. There's a part of this housing you can't wipe once you get the oil filter in there, so I just wanted to wipe that first. Put this back in. All right. There we go. Wipe off the surfaces that are all ended up with oil all over it so it doesn't drip everywhere in your driveway. Don't forget to tighten your drain plug. Just snug. There's the new filter. Everything's wiped down. Drain plug is tightened. Ready to go on top. It was a little bit difficult to find online because I found conflicting information. It was at a 5 quart or 8 quart, so that was kind of iffy. I was going to settle for pouring 5 quarts in and just using the dipstick to figure out how much more I need to add. But I ended up finding it in the manual. It's just buried in there. It's 8 quarts if you change the filter too. Make sure you don't spill this everywhere because it's a long reach in there to get stuff. Each one of these is 5 quart. I'm going to have to pour 3 quart out of there. You also notice that this is 5W20. This is what I actually had lying around. This is fine. I'm going to use this. I don't have another vehicle that would use any W20. So perfect. This will accept it. It doesn't get cold enough for 5W to be a problem here. I think I'm all set here. Let this drip a little bit. I'm going to try to transfer this into this gracefully. But watch, I'm still going to make a mess. That's what I do best. There's probably a better way to do this. Nope, there's a better way to do this. Let's do this. Bring this up. Use a napkin, take this away, and put the funnel down. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Put your cap back. All right. Close the hood. Close the hood. That'll do. I'll fix that when I get outside. Let's get this outside. I do want to note this here. I noticed this on all my pads. This black goo right there is what came off of the frame there where this was put on. So that whatever it is, it's really soft and it'll come off real quick. And that's a rubberized pad. Now, of course, once you're done with the oil change, you just click off, turn service mode off. Your suspension mode comes back on to normal and you're good to go. Last thing you got to do now is to reset your oil life. You can either go to settings in vehicle information there, or you can click the vehicle information button down here and find the oil life gauge thing. There it is. So mine said 37%. Click on that, click reset. Are you sure you want to reset? Yes, of course, that's why I clicked that. Now you're at 100%. So that's it. This is how you do an oil change on a 2021 Cadillac Escalade ESV. I'm pretty sure the other GM triplets should be exactly the same, but you should double check just in case, because of course there's the Chevy Tahoe, the Chevy Suburban, the GMC Yukon, the GMC Yukon XL, the Cadillac Escalade, and I have the Escalade ESV. Thank you for watching. This is slightly different than my typical content of like my Suzuki car right there and my Suzuki Carry. I don't know, you can't even see that. It's over here somewhere. There it is. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Or you'll see me next time. Somebody will see somebody next time. Now I get to figure out how to Austin Powers myself out of this spot here. I got myself in here, and I don't see why I can't get out. Look at this thing compared to that behemoth that was in here. I even have room to spare.